Welcome to the Raw Dogger Sportscast Live. I'm Sean Watson.
I'm Ryan Kessler.
And I'm Brandon Painter, aka OG Paint Dick.
Oh, love to have Painter back. Thanks. Welcome back, buddy.
Yep, I'm
Appreciate it.
viewing here from South Florida. See my hat? Just Alabama
Tyreek hanging
Jones.
around.
Yeah, he's here with his 8 kids. I think he beat the shit out of good night. It's not here.
Some of the candy stripers at the hospital.
Yep.
The candy stripers.
Yeah. Hey, breaking news. Of course, first off, one of the greatest weekends of football is upon us. Tomorrow is NFL Championship weekend. 2 major games to find out who's going to be in Super Bowl 60. But we did have some breaking news that was kind of off the rundown today. So Mike McCarthy, former Cowboys and former Green Bay Packers head coach, just got hired by the Pittsburgh Steelers. What are you thinking?
First thought is, does Rodgers stay in a year?
Did they have a good relationship at the end in Green Bay?
I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Somebody asked me that earlier today. I said, I don't remember. But I know Rodgers was there with LaFleur, right? So
he was there with both, was he not?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he could still sling it, so it's not like has to retire. He's not too old or anything.
Not too old, but he definitely was starting to look old there at the end.
He was looking old in that game for sure.
But Houston's defense could probably make a lot of people look like that.
And you face Myles Garrett.
I mean, if there's a exterior reason to like hire him, that might be one of them.
Right. Is Pittsburgh doing it to just try to keep him for a year, so they don't start the QB carousel the Browns have done for 25 years?
That's a good point. I mean, that's a really good point. I didn't
because if McCarthy has a 1-year contract,
I mean, it'd be uncharacteristic of the Steelers to do something like that for sure.
No, it seems like since Big Ben, they've been in a try to win this year mode, and that's all they've done.
Well, you got to think. I mean, even from Tommy Maddox to Roethlisberger, they had like 1 losing season.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the way they've done it since Roethlisberger was like hey, let's just try to chunk something together. Let's get a over 500 season, and we'll call that good.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're just
trying. I thought was kind of shocking too is the fact that outside of hiring him, if they did hire him to try to retain Rodgers, is the fact that he's not a younger coach. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. He could be a one. I didn't see the deal. What did he get?
I'm sorry.
I didn't see his deal. Is it just a 1 year?
I didn't see it. It came on to be too quick today. I didn't even see what it is. If anybody knows in the chat, tell us.
That's what I would imagine is if it's a 1-year deal, I mean, they can leverage the Rodgers with it, and it does kind of work. And if he works out, so be it. If he doesn't,
I'm looking it up right now.
But also,
I don't think they're not going to give anybody a 1-year deal. It's going to be at least 2. That's just I don't see anybody signing on for that.
So is this Pittsburgh? Well, let me ask you this: is this Pittsburgh just kind of saying, you know what, we're too middle of the road. We keep ending up, the 9-8, and are we too far down the chain to get a good draft pick that we may want to take? And it's fine. We'll go ahead and if we're able to retain Rodgers with McCarthy, will we go ahead and do that?
I just created the new best.
5 years. It's a 5-year deal.
Okay. Oh, that kind of probably the Rodgers thing isn't. It probably wasn't that reliant on that then.
What's the money, Ryan? Did it say? Not that it matters. It doesn't matter towards cap. I don't care. It's not my money. People get all bent out of shape about, I can't believe they paid that coach. Who cares?
Yeah.
It's your cap.
Right. Who gives a shit? I don't think the money's out yet. They usually don't even show money.
Right.
Honestly, for head coaches.
What did Harbaugh get? Did they show that?
Yeah, Harbaugh got $20 million a year for 5.
Oh, good for him.
I bet McCarthy's around 12 per, if not.
I bet he gets more than that. I bet it's closer to 15. I don't think he's going to get Harbaugh money, but I think it'll probably be closer to 15.
I mean, so McCarthy, the guy's got a almost a 61% winning percentage as a head coach.
Right. Is that regular season?
That's-
What's his postseason stats, or is that all together?
No, that's regular season. Postseason, he's 11-11 with a Super Bowl ring.
61% tracks perfectly for Pittsburgh. That's exactly what they want.
Right. Or 11
You
and
just-
11, right? 500.
You just
right down the
you
road.
just now have a white Mike Tomlin that doesn't like defense as much.
Jesus.
I mean, I think some of it might be because of his offensive background. They want somebody that's kind of established, and
So they
That
need
offense-
something because
that offense has not been good.
I mean, if we look back to Green Bay, quite honestly, I mean, let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers should have won. Now, he's like my GOAT, but Aaron Rodgers should have won more championships than one. I mean, that just like you
absolutely.
said, Painter, that defense was never decent.
It's always McCarthy has never had a good defense ever.
So who's he bringing in? I mean, does he magically have somebody already lined up that's going to be a defensive guru?
I mean, I don't see that defensive coaching step changing much
No.
because they're probably like, we got that here. I haven't heard anything about any of those coordinators leaving
Well,
or
except
even
for
having
Arthur Smith,
interviews.
right? Which Josh
The
sent that
offensive
to me
coordinator,
about him going to high
the
school.
offensive coordinator.
Mom, where's my thing?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's weird to me that Pittsburgh would do this, and especially now that we know that it's 5 year. Of course, you can pay that money out and get rid of the guy.
Does
Did
Did McCarthy play call when he's head coach or no?
I'm
I
sorry.
think so.
Does he play call as a head coach?
He's a play caller in Dallas, wasn't he?
I can't remember that either. If he was play caller there or not. That's something else to look up.
I didn't even realize he was even in the running for any coaching positions. I thought he just kind of went out to pasture.
Well, we talked about him, but they never
Yeah.
even requested an interview.
Well,
least
that's
two
the thing is just recently his name was being brought up, but I thought for sure, I'm like, I know he is a Pittsburgh native. I mean, but for the Rooneys to make this move is just very uncharacteristic of that ownership family. So, but like you said, they could just want to try to win now, and Pittsburgh isn't close. I mean, I could make the argument that Pittsburgh's further away than we are.
They can make the playoffs, but that doesn't really mean anything when nothing happens right now.
Of course, I'm.
So yeah,
I'm
he did call plays. He called plays in Dallas.
Grass. But
Did he?
quite honestly, I feel like a couple pieces,
Go.
and we could win that division. And with their defense getting older,
I'm not gonna just say Baltimore's gonna be shit next year.
well, no, but I'm saying that we could definitely be.
Have they hired anybody yet?
Yeah, that's gonna be our next topic.
Oh, okay.
Center.
I didn't even know. I haven't seen.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, everyone's like, it's gonna be shit year next year. I'm like, how did we feel after 2019?
right.
That we went on 11-5. We're gonna have the easiest schedule in the NFL.
Yeah,
You get a
our
couple of guys
schedule
in the
is. It's literally set up to make Shador our franchise quarterback,
Right,
and I
Yeah.
honestly love that.
right. Go get a weapon or two. You get a couple of young offensive linemen. Maybe spend a little bit of money on free agency and an offensive lineman, and get the right coaching staff on that side of the ball. I think it's going to make one. It's going to. I'm not saying they're going to be the top 10 offense in the NFL, but if that's a top 22 offense in the NFL, you're going to be in every game.
Well, I just feel that it's really going to come down. There's like a progression to this. You got to get the right guy in there to be your head coach, and
Yeah.
we don't
Yeah,
know
absolutely.
if they are going to pick the right guy. Nobody really ever knows. But then it has to go with whoever that guy is. Then it has to be followed by who he puts around him. And then it's going to come down to the draft. Because I really feel like if Andrew Berry and company are able to hit on this draft like we did this year, and you go and get, a stud number one wide receiver, and then you pick up an offensive lineman or vice versa, whether you go and get the kid from Arizona State, instead of Carnell Tate, then
Yeah, and I
it's
could
a
see them getting
possibility
a tackle
you
at
can get some
6.
free agents.
Right. I mean, I could see them getting a tackle at 6 and wouldn't be mad about it, but that 24 spot better be a wide receiver.
The market,
Oh, absolutely.
an offensive lineman in free agency is more attainable than an elite wide receiver.
It's just
But the wide
As
receiver
far as,
class
as far as number
offensive
6
lineman
pick is what I'm saying.
is not in this draft, from what I understand. So
I would rather them go wide receiver at 6, but I would understand if there's because I don't think it's a very deep tackle draft.
right,
And that's
correct.
really what you
No,
need.
it's interior linemen. There's some
Right.
dudes.
Yeah, and you can get those guys in the 2nd and 3rd round that go out there and play.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
I even
You
think
can
I've
see
seen
there's,
some. Well, and I still think that you got another year under Whippler and Zenner. I know Zenner's been a kind of a piece of shit since he's been here, but I don't know. He went out there and seemed to play like he was okay.
What the fuck?
So yeah. Josh says Browns need to pull the trigger on Schwartz. I'm on the Schwartz train, but I don't think everything that I've heard from the local media doesn't seem like that's going to be what happens.
Common sense. Settle down.
And when it comes to Schwartz, you know, I'm reading your comment too. When it comes to Schwartz, I don't think it's the money. I mean, they could go ahead and give Schwartz.
He wants the job.
I think it's when it comes to Schwartz, it's going to come down to like an ego thing with him, like, or he wants a second chance of being a head coach. I just, and you know my take on it. If Schwartz becomes the head coach, so be it. I just don't want to. And I've said this all along, I don't want to interrupt the defensive side of the ball. But if it's going to run Schwartz out, then I guess we have to go ahead and do that.
Well, with the 2 younger guys on the offensive side, the Shieldhouse and the Udinski,
yeah,
I think either one that come here will be absolutely fine with Schwartz being the defensive coordinator.
Right, but will Schwartz be okay with them?
I think so. He's already said that.
You mean if Schwartz is head coach?
Oh well, I mean, if they're a head coach, I think he's fine with being the defensive coordinator. He wants to be here. I think he wants a head coaching job, but
who are we talking about?
So you're saying he's already made the statement he's not going to leave, regardless of what they do.
Yeah,
I don't want a defensive-minded head coach, though. To be honest with you,
no, I don't either. But I will.
I want a leader of men, whoever that might be.
Go ahead.
I said I would rather have a leader of men, whoever that might be, and I think Schwartz could be that guy. The defense, I think that it's not even just a defensive locker room there. I think that whole locker room there loves him. And if you,
it could work because that's what we need is discipline.
Well, that and if
head coach are more discipline oriented than offensive minded head coach.
And if you go back and look at, to me, Baker's like best play in Cleveland was when Hugh Jackson got fired and Williams was the head coach.
Right.
It's because he paid Baker to hit people in the knees and take them out of the game.
But I think there's something to be said where the head coach could be the head coach, even if he calls plays on the defensive side. When the offense is out on the field, he's more in tune with what's going on, managing the clock, which Stefanski was never good at doing. I very few coaches I've seen, even like McCarthy, he had that shit happen in Dallas, and he's play caller. I think that's too much for a head coach to do for most of them. Andy Reid seems to be fine with it. McVay's good at it. Shanahan's good at it.
Although Andy Reid, they just went ahead and brought Eric Bieniemy back in as OC.
Yeah,
maybe. And really, their offense in KC was much better. When
they had more talent,
they were younger then too. I mean, I think
they had more talent there. You had Tyreek and
true, exactly.
All those guys were in their prime.
Right, Kelsey.
Andy Reid can call a game. I mean, that's been shown since he was in Philly.
Some other head coaching news we want to get into is Jesse. He was just hired as the Baltimore Ravens head coach this week.
Who? Mentor?
Went ahead, former defensive coordinator under Jim Harbaugh, not just with the Chargers, but also at Michigan. And say what you will, and I'm one of the haters of Michigan and their quote-unquote national title.
No, it's not
legit. Whether they cheated or not, those guys, they had some dudes on that side of the ball. Just winning, and just bigger guys, the schemes were there, everything. Mentor, he was also, he'd been with Baltimore before under John Harbaugh. He was the defensive backs coach from 2017 to 2020. So
Right.
I think the scheme works out good there for him. I think this is a defense that they have way too much talent on that side of the ball to roll out what they did this last season.
Yeah, they have studs
They
at
have
every level
studs
at
on
every
that side of the
position.
ball. So you give studs to a guy like Jesse Minter, and I really think Baltimore's defense is going to be stepped back up.
There's something in the water in Baltimore, I think, because there's just guys that stay. Like, how is Carl Van Noy still good?
Right.
Oh God.
He's like 150 years old and he's still so good.
It's like the anti-San Francisco team, right?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I mean, they go through their injuries too, though.
They do.
I know, but he's just yeah.
Have you heard about
Who was the defensive lineman that they? I don't know if he's still. I don't think he's still playing there, but that played for Jacksonville forever, and he was there for like 5 years after he was already like 35.
Oh, Calais Campbell.
Calais Campbell, yeah.
Yeah. Still a stud. That guy is like a brick shit house. I mean,
Right.
Did you guys hear about this story though with the whole thing? And I guess they're really going to go ahead and investigate this about the 5G type shit out in California and some kind
Being
of
close to the stadium
could be leading to injuries.
What's going on now? Like cell service?
Go ahead and investigate something like that. Who knows? But I guess they're actually going to go ahead and down that road and investigate the whole thing with the cell phone radioactivity and possible links to
tearing tendons,
blowing out their ACLs. I don't know.
That's insane. That sounds insane to me.
Then the state of California just all of a sudden have to put like a hazard on cell phones? Like
they're like, hey,
and then jack up the price another $100 just because of California.
Gas, leaf blowers, and also no more cell phones.
Yeah,
right,
$9 a gallon. It's like $6 a gallon out there, and it's cheap for them.
They're going to see you. Look,
COVID stamps on the ground. You got to be. You can only have so many people with cell phones in a certain area.
Right.
Yeah, quit doing that.
Yeah, there's something going on out there in San Francisco. They got to fire their fucking training.
Yeah, it's called butt stuff.
Fair.
That's what goes on in San Francisco.
God is definitely not with them every Sunday. That's for
homeless
sure.
Camps. Don't forget about the homeless camps. It's probably a combination of both, Painter.
Yeah,
you think about it.
It's homeless
or the burning tires that are happening. And
I mean, the homeless tents that are on the sidewalk. If they just start going in and out, and it looks like a Brokeback Mountain scene. Probably not. Yeah. You probably want to avoid that area. All right, you're probably going to get canceled for that one, but whatever.
Yeah. Speaking of mine, you're not allowed to do that.
All the government buildings that are on fire.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
dude, I just saw a thing today talking about in Minneapolis. It has to do with the Somali shit. So there's a conspiracy with that the cops in Minneapolis have never had a cardiac arrest Somali ever, and they're like, for 100,000 people, that's like borderline impossible. And they just think that if they die, they just bury them in the yard so they can still get their EBT and their Social Security, and which is hilarious because that's probably exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah. Aren't we glad we pay our taxes?
You fucking dumb fat white American. Pay me.
Hey, also, geez, if we weren't canceled before, we're probably definitely getting canceled now.
That's what I'm here for.
The other thing I was just kind of curious about, Jesse Minter. Are you kind of in on that guy? I mean, unfortunately I am on. I think it's kind of overdue, probably for him to get a head coaching position.
Right.
And I actually fear what he's going to do on the defensive side of the ball with Baltimore for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be the favorites for the division next year.
Right. Yeah. Well, hold your thought on that though, because we don't know who his OC is going to be, right? And say what you will.
Why is Monken leaving? Just because of hardball?
Well, that's ownership wanted Monken gone was one of the bigger reasons why.
Yeah, they didn't want him and Harbaugh. Harbaugh wanted him to Monken to be in there. They're like, no, that's not going to happen. So,
what are they doing?
The thing is too, who is he going to bring in to mesh with Lamar Jackson?
I don't know why I haven't heard like Chip Kelly or something like that.
Right.
I think that'd probably be like the
Mentor and Lamar don't. It's definitely a worse situation, right? I mean, I feel like Baltimore ultimately chose the athlete, chose the quarterback over the coach in this situation, right?
It's usually what happens.
Right. So,
especially at that position.
Right. And especially with that kind of money and how much you've sunk into that and building the offense around Lamar Jackson. So,
right.
All right. I just want to get on to like the Browns kind of coaching carousel right now. So Jesse Minter, Mike McDaniels, Chris Shula all turned down interviews with the Browns. Of course, Chris Shula is over with the Rams still. So that's a bit understandable, along with Shillhouse.
The battery.
They did do an interview with Grant Udinski yesterday. I didn't hear how that did. Ryan, did you hear anything about that? About the Udinski second interview?
I haven't heard any specifics about it, but I just know that
it's a camera.
He's definitely up on the buzz on being the next coach.
Okay. But outside of that,
even national news is
problem right now. Even if they wanted to hire their next guy, they've yet to satisfy the Rooney Rule, and that's kind of been going along with the sports pundits right now.
So I've heard some things about this.
Okay.
One, we don't know if they did an interview with Marcus Freeman or any college coach at this point. Usually that doesn't get leaked. And two, since they had McDaniel on the role and that they've scheduled an interview with Shieldhouse, the ultimate arbiter of this is going to be the NFL. Like, just because they could go through this process, and if the NFL deems the process to satisfy what they want out of the Rooney Rule, it could be okay. So I'm sure, because none of the people in the building up there in Berea seem like they're very animated about it. So I think they're going to be okay regardless. Everyone's freaking out about it. Look, the Browns, they had a woman as one of their freaking coaches. They have a black GM. They've hired black coaches. I mean, I think the NFL won't come down on them if they decide
the problem is though
Shieldhouse or Udinski.
Okay. Yeah, but the problem is that you still have to satisfy that Rooney Rule, regardless. And that's what kills me about this whole thing is you could definitely say, hey, we want to go ahead and hire Shieldhouse, but yet you can't because you haven't had the 2 in-person interviews, not over Zoom, but you haven't had them in person without being at least penalized.
That's why I just said.
Right.
Roger Goodell
can how that works.
Roger Goodell has to make that ruling.
Okay.
So if they have contact where they're like, look, we know what you guys are doing. It's not like you're bypassing this rule. McDaniel's bowed out. You have Shieldhouse coming in. I don't think that's as big a deal as what people are making it.
Okay. All right.
Just from what I've heard, I've heard that from a lot of the local media there. So
what's your guys's
the Browns? Let me ask you this. And I know what you're saying is, you kind of want to keep it on the down low as to what coaches you have interviewed. If they were minorities, you don't want to let everything out of the bag. But why can't you just make a statement like, hey, we went ahead and satisfied the Rooney Rule. The NFL knows that, and we're good to go. Now, the speculation would be, well, who did you guys interview?
That's the thing. They don't have to do that. That's what I just said.
Right.
Roger Goodell knows their situation.
Right.
So they probably have communication with the NFL office, and they're like, look, we know you guys have done an exhaustive search, blah, blah, blah. It's not like the Browns have ever been like non-progressive in this area. They're probably the most.
You also have Andrew Berry as the GM.
Let's just go get Mike Tomlin and shut everybody up.
For Dion. I honestly could, if they had to, I could see Dion.
Posts too.
Yeah.
And then I went ahead and commented on one. I'm like, can't Andrew Berry just look in a mirror, interview himself, and just get one of them knocked out? I mean, that kind of some good reaction.
He does the search and hires himself.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, well, there's one of the Rooney Rules out of the way. Let's move on. So, just like you said, though, Ryan, if they don't, and if the NFL keeps being sticklers about this. They could suffer, a fine, which I'm not worried about that. But also some media backlash there. And then possible, and it's never happened before, but they could suffer loss of draft picks. Now, I don't think, just like you said, I don't think the NFL is going to do that, especially with the Browns organization.
Yeah,
because if we know one thing about the NFL, they want parity, right? They want multiple teams in good standing with good lineups, because that's what makes the NFL so great. Just like you can have division winners that are completely different than last year, playoff contenders this year that are completely different from last year. So I don't think that's going to happen unless, the Browns front office is just absolutely, they didn't give a shit about what Roger Goodell says or the commission. So,
well,
have the Browns showed? Have the Browns showed any interest in like Flores?
I think they did end up reaching out to him, but I don't think they've scheduled anything.
Because that solves your all your bullshit easily. Yeah. And he's a
good
coach.
He's that pending lawsuit against the NFL. So I think that's what a lot of the teams are worried about too, is that lawsuit still pending right now. So, which, if you're a certain franchise, you could just say, fuck you guys, and I'm going to go ahead and hire Brian Flores. But are you at the owners meeting that they're going to have in Florida? Are you ostracized by the other owners? I don't know.
I like Flores though.
I do too. I really like Flores. He proved himself again this year in Minnesota. That Minnesota defense was fantastic.
Yeah.
And the fact that, you're trotting 9 out there, and if it wasn't for that dude, you guys are probably making the playoffs as well. So
if they would have just kept Darnold, they probably would have won another 13, 14
Absolutely.
games.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Darnold's going to play the fucking Super Bowl.
100%. Also, other big news this week, Buffalo Bills fired Sean McDermott after that last overtime playoff game in the divisional round on the road in overtime.
So dumb.
9 seasons, 7 with Josh Allen. And then I'm sure you guys saw this, Josh Allen just crying at the podium, talking to the press. Whether you feel bad about him, he can't do that. I don't know. That's how I feel. Like, you can't do that.
I hate the McDermott firing.
I do too, but the whole crying thing at the podium.
McDermott's fault.
I'm not into that.
Every time they lose, they have 4 turnovers. It's definitely
5.
McDermott's fault. I'm saying collectively, they average like 4 turnovers in every playoff loss.
Right.
That's definitely Sean McDermott's fault.
Well, and Josh Allen has been, he's really good, especially like in the playoffs. He's been good, but like that game was not. Ryan and I were watching that together. Josh Allen, and there's a reason why he put that all on himself. And
they barely beat the fucking Jags too.
Yeah.
They barely beat them.
Agreed. So I'm with you on that. We don't know if Sean McDermott wants to coach again right now, but it could definitely.
I've always liked him. He
seems
seems like a great coach, to be honest with you. Because outside of Josh Allen, the Bills have never really had much.
Right. And now, a couple days ago, and Ryan went ahead and tagged me in this news when it came out, the Bills went ahead and gave Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, an interview. I seen
an interview or requested an interview, right? Did the interview happen yet? I don't know.
I think they scheduled one.
I don't hate that though. I know he has no head coaching experience, but
I'm going to disagree.
His ball.
I'm going to stay on that soapbox. I 100% disagreed with Ryan on that. Ryan did call it right though, that somebody was going to give him interviews, and I'm like, come on.
Who's more of a leader? Who's more a leader of men than a quarterback in the league for 20 years?
That's true. And he has like 10 kids. He's not, he's a leader of home too.
I want him to get hired just so I can hear him freaking doggone it. Dang it, frick.
I kind of wanted Phillip Rivers to be in our quarterback room. That's ultimately what I wanted to happen. But then Ryan's like, well, he's going to get interviews for head. I'm like, there's no way. He's
Dude,
not going to go from like a private high school team to getting interviews. So let me tell you this. My feeling about it is the Bills, if they had Phillip Rivers in the back of their mind, it's going to be really interesting to find out if that team, let's say they go and hire Rivers and he's the head coach, and they immediately miss the playoffs for like the next 2 years, and McDermott only missed the playoffs one time. How big of a backlash is there going to be from the Bills fans? I mean, they're going to be bringing their folding tables to the.
I think with Josh Allen, you could have Britney Spears be the head coach, and they make.
You're going to win 10 games.
All right,
yeah,
we'll find out because obviously
they
the Bills,
literally they've honestly had nothing almost since Josh Allen's been there. They make the playoffs every year.
Well,
yeah,
I want to get into this video a little bit. I don't know if you guys, I know Ryan saw it because I sent that in, but a lot of the sports media has been talking about this too. So I guess the Bills owner came out along with the GM and addressed
with the Keon Coleman shit
together after the firing of Sean McDermott. So I want to play this clip right here. Go ahead, Ryan.
Is this the Keon thing?
This is a second one.
In a new coach. My decision to bring in a new coach was based on the results of our game in Denver. I want to take you in the locker room after that game. I looked around. First thing I noticed was our quarterback with his head down, crying. I looked at all the other players. I looked at their faces and our coaches. I walked over to Josh. He didn't even acknowledge I was there. First thing I said to him, I said, "That was a catch." We all know what I'm talking about.
Trying to avoid a fine.
He didn't acknowledge me. He just sat there sobbing. He was listless. He had given everything he had to try to win that game.
Including 5 turnovers.
Right.
And looking around, so did all the other players on the team. I saw the pain in Josh's face at his presser, and I felt his pain.
I'm sorry.
I know we can do better, and I know we will get better.
So I can't, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like just bust up laugh. I've watched this a few times, but the guy he almost sounds like he's at a sermon, like he's at like a pulpit. And there's a reason why you don't usually have owners out there. And I kind of agree with a lot of the press on this. Why is this guy out there? I mean, why is he?
You cannot have billionaires talk to
Buffalo?
Sports fans.
Huh?
Billionaires don't live the same life. You cannot have billionaires talk to beer drinking sports fans.
Exactly. Especially
it doesn't make any sense. They don't.
I mean, Buffalo is like
the same life.
Buffalo is like our sister fan base. Right. I mean, anybody that's jumping off GMC safaris and crushing tables in a parking lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
spraying people with mustard.
I mean, I'm laughing. I still laugh every time I hear. Anyway, but then it gets even worse. Now, of course, the GM there, Bean, he's there. I don't know if is he related to Billy Bean, the baseball guy?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he is somehow too. But I forgot to look that up. But then
still trying to win the last game of the year, just like Billy Bean.
Yeah. Every time I just think about the guy. All right. Go ahead and play the next clip. So then he goes on to interjects. They're asking Bean, the GM here, to kind of set this up for you about putting better talent around Josh Allen. And anyway, go ahead and play the clip, and then the owner kind of interjects.
Yeah. The fact that we've not given Josh a good enough wide receiver thus far.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
can I
is what I'm
interrupt?
thinking about. This is wild.
I'll address the Keon situation.
Yeah, this is it.
The coaching staff pushed to draft Keon.
I would have too.
I'm not
He
saying
looked good at
Brandon
the draft.
wouldn't have drafted him, but he wasn't his next choice. That was Brandon being a team player and taking advice of his coaching staff, who felt strongly about the player. And, you know, he he's taken, for some reason, heat over it and not saying a word about it. But I'm here to tell you the true story.
How do you answer?
So they're asking the GM, who really should be the guy that's out there addressing the press and not the owner. And then
Well,
the owner's like,
I thought there was videos of.
got it. I'm going to go ahead and stump for you.
I thought
Well,
there
there's
was
videos of him watching him run a slow 40, and he's like, "Yeah, that'll help us get him." So he
Right.
definitely wanted him.
But here's the thing. How do you, okay, Keon Coleman's still on, he's still on the roster. But I mean, how do you feel now?
He's got to be a trade
during
target
this
now.
press conference?
Oh yeah, how is he? How is he?
Yeah.
That would make no sense.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, he's
Like they're just
wait a
Yeah,
minute.
but-
dogging him in the.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I looked up. So let's just be quite frank about this,
Sure.
because they took Keon with the first pick in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how successful the wide receivers above him are.
Okay.
Xavier Leggett, garbage.
Yeah. Xavier Worthy.
Ricky Parcel, he was okay for San Fran. Xavier Worthy, hit. Brian Thomas, absolute monster.
Right.
And Romadunze, so. Neighbors, obviously monster. Marv, obviously monster. So they took him before Ladd, which he's just
Well, and they traded
the
that.
occasional white
What I
guy.
was about to say. Go ahead, Ryan.
They traded that pick for Xavier Worthy
Right. They traded with
Kansas City.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, out of the first round.
But the
Ryan
wide
and I were
receivers
doing
after him, other than Ladd, are nobody.
But
There's
that pick where
Jalen
Kansas City
Cole.
got Xavier Worthy, that was Buffalo's original pick that year. And they traded out with Kansas
Yeah,
City.
but Xavier Worthy hasn't done anything.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'll tell you what, Keon
Been more-
Coleman's
more of a
probably more
target
trash
than-
than all the guys that are all that you just named. I mean, we watched him last Sunday. Now the play got called back, but I'm like, hey, and I called it. I'm like, Keon Coleman's garbage. He just
I mean,
dropped
he has
open.
been
in the end zone.
trash.
Huh?
As far as the people after him, you don't even know their names.
No,
Jalen
that's fair.
Polk, Adonai Mitchell.
But the big thing is the trade. With I still think Xavier Worthy's been a better NFL wide receiver than Keon Coleman.
Keon Coleman fit the bill though. He's big.
Yeah.
He looks. I watched his fucking. I was high on him in that draft too.
Oh, I was too. But there's a reason why I'm not a GM also. You know,
Well, yeah, he just didn't work.
yeah.
And for them, an oppressor to just bring that up, like that's the reason they fired McDermott, is insane.
But then
For
also,
a draft pick in the second round.
as a GM, you know, I've made this comment a few times. Being a GM and having a successful draft is not your job. Ryan and I talked about this before.
Flashlight.
The
Aaron,
trade
go get her a
you
flashlight.
make during the season and the way you are able to manipulate money and find talent on other teams and bring them in. Are you trying to tell me that since they've been there, they haven't been able to get a wide receiver in free agency that can help Josh Allen out?
Right. Other than the
Get any
Stephon Diggs
talent.
trade.
I mean, who out there has went somewhere else right now? I'm just kind of going through the wide receiver, you know, free agency over the last few years. Who has been out there that's went to other teams? Tyreek Hill, right? But he wanted to go to Miami. And I don't think Kansas City was going to make a trade.
Devontae.
But who else is out there that
Devontae went to
Devontae
the
Adams.
Rams.
yeah.
That would have been huge for both.
Oh, can you imagine him on the Bills?
Yes.
I mean, we're
That'd be
seeing it now. I mean, it's the combination of Puka, who's pretty
Even
much
some of these
unguardable,
older dudes,
and
like they could have
Devontae.
went and got Thielen. Thielen was viable
right.
for half
At
a
the time.
season. Just anybody.
Well, they did have Brandon Cooks there, didn't they?
Brandon
Cooks plays for.
I think.
But he was there for a couple years though, wasn't he? Brandon Cooks.
No.
Yeah. No, he
Cooks
wasn't
was
with
at-
Buffalo.
I don't think so. No, I
Oh,
thought
okay.
he just got there like 3 weeks before they played the Broncos
Right.
or some shit like that. They were
Oh, he's
talking
there
about
now. Okay, I was just thinking
Yeah.
like years back because he's always like
Oh.
the one that's.
I'll tell
because
you.
that's who
what-
dropped the ball that was a catch. But
Listen,
wasn't a
I'll
catch.
tell you a name. Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk, yes, could have went
Christian
there.
Kirk was available.
Yes, he was. He's good.
I mean, you mean to tell me that Brandon Beane couldn't manipulate something to get Christian Kirk in there? Especially now you've had Keon Coleman for the last couple of years. And you're like, this isn't the dude.
He's not the guy.
He's not the guy. That's what I'm saying. What do
And
you do?
they honestly haven't had a true number one since Josh Allen's been there.
Right.
You can say Diggs, but I haven't been high on
7
Diggs.
years with Josh Allen. Yeah,
Yeah,
Diggs.
that's what.
Yeah.
Me and Sean said the same thing. Like, yeah, he's like your 1B.
Yeah, Diggs is not a 1A wideout.
Right. But just like
And if he is your one,
Christian
you need
Kirk.
another one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
You
how
need,
are
like,
you not
the
getting any of
Jarvis
those guys
Odell
in there to
thing.
help Josh Allen? You're completely relying on Keon Coleman, who you know is not good. And we now know
Aaron.
arguments in the front office.
Last night.
We know there's arguments in the front office because the owner just came out and said it.
Right.
Now Keon Coleman.
The fact that they're like throwing people under the bus and shit like that over
Yeah.
a draft pick is insane to me.
Yeah.
Hey.
And, hey, you know, Brandon
Long as-
Beane secretly put lacing the owner's shit with, cyanide. He's like,
This is
thanks a lot for
usually-
making my job a hell of a
this
lot
is
harder,
usually-
Ed.
This is usually Cleveland territory this time of the year, so I'll take it.
How gay is it that it just is out that we make interviewers do homework? That was the lamest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we
That's
were talking.
honestly the lamest thing I've ever heard.
Go
Yeah,
ahead. You want to get into that a little bit?
It's like, hey,
Yeah.
do you want to come work in a dumpster? Oh, you have to prove that you can do homework to work at this dumpster.
Right.
Yeah, like the hiring process to me, it's like I'm pretty sure the NFL knows how to hire people. They've been doing it for fucking
Yeah.
how many years? Like, don't be this fucking stupid ass. Like, that's probably one of the reasons why Mike McDaniel's told them to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Like, why am I? Gonna
Yeah,
waste
he's
my time
like,
with
dude,
that?
I'm doing crack. I'm not doing fucking
Right.
homework. The
Right.
fuck?
You're putting barriers up. I mean, because I sent you that video of Quincy to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude,
I do.
this is not that serious. Serious. When you hire a head coach and you're on your second round of interview, bring your fucking pamphlet in. Tell us what staff you want around you that you're thinking of. Give us your Rolodex. What's your vision for this team? Who do you want at quarterback? Why do you need a personality quiz or whatever? Go fuck yourself with that.
So-
Go get Kevin Costner from draft day and call it
Right.
quits.
So that came out yesterday. I sent that to you, Ryan, before you sent me the Q video about Tom Pelissero was on
Mhm.
Rich Eisen's show and basically talking to
Yes,
him,
well,
big insider, basically talking to him about how the Browns basically have all these analytics they use in data that they try to pile
Oh,
in.
they
on
love
these
data.
candidates.
Data.
And I guess my response to that was, well, why can't we find out what some of these other teams are using that seem to have successful coaching hires and implement that in our interviews?
Well, that and it's like, what did this data do to allow us to keep fucking Joe Woods as our DC for 3 fucking years?
True. Very good point.
Or the data that keeps what's his face as our head coach for 3 years. He won
Right.
one fucking game.
Right. Hugh Jackson.
Hugh
Yeah,
Jackson,
Everyone
Even
uses
listening to
analytics,
him
but they're
talk, I'm just like, no thanks.
Has Andrew Berry, is he going too hard on analytics? Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what Jimmy's like obsession with this is. You think he's like the Southern oil guy? Like,
Right.
bring in someone like fucking Jimmy Johnson, like good old boy. What are we doing here?
Right. And of course,
That's why I like Jim Schwartz, by the way.
And of course, Q.
So your ideal hire is Schwartz and then go get what, like Udinsky?
Yeah, I would love to have Udinski as OC. I mean, if that's what
I don't hate it. Udinski or, I mean, obviously McDaniel said no.
Or Shieldhouse, or to me, I think Schwartz has a list of guys that he would do. But part of this process is finding coordinators and stuff like that. And I think, like, look, you're gonna be our head coach. Here's some of the guys that we interviewed that we like their approach to the offensive side of the ball. Go call them, see if they want to. Because
let's throw Signetti 20 mil a year, and so I can just jizz everywhere.
Well, that's what he's already gotten. They already backed up the Brinks truck over in Indiana.
Right.
And
that shit never works. The college to pro never works.
Yeah. But speaking of which, just like you said, Ryan, you know who does that? Going back to the Steelers and Mike McCarthy, the Steelers have a history of doing that. Come to find out that they're like, okay, you're going to be our head coach, but listen, we're picking. Here's your guys that we're picking, and you have to learn to work with them. That's what the Steelers do. Instead of letting the coach dictate the terms and dictate the people he wants around.
And they also, usually when they hire a head coach, when you look back to Cowher and you look at Tomlin, they're young guys.
Right. But I'm just saying they already put the offensive coordinator in place.
Right.
And a lot of the coaching staff, and they say, okay, Tomlin, you're coming in here. But
well, and I think if it's going to be Udinski or if it's going to be Shieldhouse, that's what's going to happen here. But if it's going to be Schwartz, I think he's going to have a lot more say into who he's going to work with there.
And he probably should because of his history, with the amount of history he has as a head coach and a coordinator. Sure.
Right.
You think discipline goes up with Schwartz?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's the one thing we actually got better at this year.
Yeah.
And it still was bad.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have him and you have a solid guy as an OC, we can.
I mean, I like Schwartz as coach. I wish they would just say it already.
Mm-hmm.
But how much does he have a say in his OC? I feel like he's not. I mean, who's he want to bring in?
We don't know.
Is that a fucking Andrew Berry decision, or is that a?
Well, that's why I just telling Ryan that's how the Steelers do it. For the most part, up till McCarthy just got hired. I don't know.
Well, that's part of the interview process. You got to go through what this is going to be. I feel like they could help him there, but I feel like Schwartz has been around long enough. He's got contacts.
You can't tell me that he doesn't know somebody over in Philadelphia with his time there. That just like you brought up to me, and I agree.
Well, does Schwartz and Monken have any history or no?
Who?
Monken.
Schwartz and Monken.
I don't know.
They have any history?
Question. I don't know if
I would love Monken. I think him with Shador. You saw what he made Lamar.
Right.
And he was here the Freddie Kitchens year, so I'm not going to put that dumpster fire on him.
You looking that up, Ryan? Does Monken and Schwartz have history? Probably do for as long as they've been around.
I'm just going to look up where he was at to see if there was any overlap. So he was in Jacksonville from 07 to 10. He wasn't there.
You're talking Schwartz?
Monken.
Okay.
Buccaneers from 16 to 18 here in Cleveland. Then he went to Georgia for 3 years and then Baltimore. I would assume just with him being in Baltimore, there's some overlap there. No. Well, that's back in 2007, 2010. What was his name? David Garrard. It's right after Leftwich, I think.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, I mean, again, that's an established guy. They've had the interview with him, so I would feel like those conversations were probably had.
Right.
And they had a second interview with Monken too, right?
Yes.
But yeah, I mean,
Monken knows how to handle the superstar quarterback also.
Right. Oh,
I know Shador isn't talent-wise the superstar quarterback, but in his brain, he thinks he is. So learning to deal with that is probably something you should want in your OC.
And I think we've all seen throws and some of his athleticism. Be like, look,
I like Shador, dude. If he's not our starting quarter, if they fucking trot Deshaun Watson on that field ever, I'm becoming a Steelers fan. Dude, it's not out of the realm of happening.
It's not out of the realm. I don't think he'd be the week one. I think he could be the backup, which
I want Shador with a full off season as a starter. I think he's going to excel.
only thing I could see them doing is going out and getting like a Malik Willis or a Mac Jones or something like that.
Right.
Malik Willis and Shador are pretty much the same exact person.
Malik's
right.
probably a better athlete.
Anything else you want to bring up about the Browns? Any positive? What's your wish list? Let's just bury it down. I mean, let's just boil it down to who's the wish list at this point. Now that we know who's been hired and who's been fired, who's the wish list in your mind right now?
I mean, you got to kick the tires on McDermott.
Right, I would think.
But I would be happy. I think unless McDermott becomes the head coach, I think Schwartz is going to be the DC. So, I mean, it's pretty much down to Udinski or Schillhouse. I don't think Monken's not going to get the job.
I think Monken, and I still haven't heard, but I know Harbaugh was trying to bring him to the Giants with him. So
I thought they just hired an offensive coordinator.
Did they? Okay, I didn't hear.
I think.
So Monken's still out there then.
How is the process as far as them, like, can they pursue a person? Like, hey.
No.
Or do they have to, a person has to show interest in them first?
You can request an interview. But
request an interview. Right.
Okay. Why haven't they reached out to like a Cliff Kingsbury or something? Because Washington was just terrible. And I love Kingsbury. He's a fucking OC monster.
He was great last year.
Yeah.
But.
And they just had a shit year.
Quarterback injury there. I mean, that definitely probably didn't help. I mean, he was in and out of injury.
That's what I'm saying. If they didn't even shoot their shot at all, that's.
Well, and that's like, does Kingsbury want his second job to be here?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
He was already with Arizona.
If I'm Andrew Berry, I'm calling literally everybody that has been something at some time.
Right.
Maybe on a down year, you can scoop them up.
Yeah. I mean, no, I get it. He just, as a head coach there in Arizona, it didn't really go well. But offensively, as an OC, hell yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome OC.
Why would you make that lateral move from Washington?
Him in Arizona is just a wash, I feel, because Kyler Murray just sucks.
Right.
Playing too much Call of Duty.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's the thing. I haven't heard
about baseball.
First couple of weeks of this, I knew Cliff Kingsbury was gone from Washington, and I haven't heard his name come up anymore. But
yeah,
he
is gone. Yeah, I forgot he did leave.
Yeah, he's gone.
That would be very. I would take him here at the OC for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I love Kingsbury.
Part of him leaving was that he was going to seek out another head coaching position. So, I mean, who do we have left?
Bring him into Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, you have Cleveland. You have the Raiders.
Cleveland Raiders.
I mean, RIP to anybody. I know it's weird coming from a Browns fan, but rip anybody that goes to the Raiders because they need a lot more than just that number one pick.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Mendoza's going to be on his face. You think that guy got a bloody nose in bloody chin in the national championship?
Yeah, he's gonna have a bloody asshole. And
he's going to get just absolutely
Vegas.
ass raped, and probably can't say that. Ass scraped. And
love ass scrapes.
Right.
Let's have a good ass scraping.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
Here's kind of where I'm at right now. I completely forgot about Kingsbury, but yeah, I'm all about that.
That would be mine. You go Schwartz, Kingsbury, OC. I think would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that would be great.
Or even Kingsbury, head coach.
Well, and Hafley was hired in Miami, by the way.
What?
No.
Jeff Hafley got that job in Miami. So
yeah, he did. But who's left out there? So us and
Buffalo,
Raiders,
Arizona, Raiders, and that's it.
So Kingsbury just left. He hasn't.
I thought there was one more
anywhere.
Who is it now?
You're saying Kingsbury did leave?
Oh,
yeah, he's not in Washington any longer.
Well,
but he's nowhere else.
No, he's nowhere else.
No.
So what the fuck?
Baltimore, Pittsburgh.
Let's go get him.
Right. Baltimore, Pittsburgh hired.
Right.
The Giants hired.
Tennessee got Robert
Tennessee.
Saleh.
Dude,
Robert
he
Saleh.
could go to fucking Kingsbury could go to New York.
Was there OC?
Yes. That would be swaggy as fuck. With Jackson Dart and fucking Eat Cran Scataba.
Yeah.
Right.
That could be maybe special because they have Malik Neighbors too. The Giants are in position to be really fucking good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and that division's kind of always up in the air other than
It
Philadelphia.
is, yeah. Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah. And
'Cause Philly's on the downtrend.
I would think so.
I kind of agree with that too. I mean,
You can't just keep picking up Brandon Graham that's 58 years old and that's how your defense held it together.
all right. So I guess at this point, I'm kind of with you on that. I think Schwartz probably has the head coaching position, but yeah, I would love to have Kingsbury as the OC, now that McDaniels is out, or I still, Udinski still is pretty intriguing to me. I mean,
Or Shieldhouse being right underneath McVay. Like, I will
Yeah.
take that offense here.
Oh yeah. I mean, either one of those guys, I mean, and they have a lot of guys that are going to bat for them. I would hate to see Udinski or Shieldhouse go ahead and take a Raiders or Arizona position or head coaching position out of the gate as their first job, especially the Raiders.
Yeah, because they have nothing.
And Schulhouse just passing wise is a wizard. Because
Yeah, he was an ex-quarterback,
isn't
too.
an elite talent, but
Right.
he's an elite fucking wide receiver because of the OC.
Yeah.
It's insane what
And the
he's
quarterback.
done there. I know Stafford's a dog, but
And Devontae and Puka and
yeah, Devontae's just a touchdown.
But
guy,
that offense
more
just
or
never
less.
gets stale.
No, not at all.
That offense never gets stale there.
all right. So kind of hit on that. So want to move on to the championship weekend. First game, 3:00 tomorrow is Patriots. Now at catching 4.5 points and went from 5.5 to 4.5 at Broncos. Of course, the elephant in the room is no Bo Nix and Jarrett Stidham getting his first start since 2023 when he was with the Raiders. Anyway, the Broncos win this game, guys.
I'm not counting them out at all, to be
Okay.
honest.
Their defense has to play extremely well.
Right.
If they can keep this under
I'm
17,
sure it will.
if they keep this,
Drake May is Josh Allen Jr. Turnover monster.
Yeah, I have that down in my notes too.
well, it's
Turnover
just this whole playoffs, it feels like every game there's like 5 turnovers at least between the two.
Am I
teams.
the only one that just couldn't give a fuck about any of these 4 teams left?
Yeah.
To me, this is the most least entertaining lineup you could have put for 4 teams that are going to go win the Super Bowl.
I wanted it to be Chicago or
Yes, Chicago would have been fucking awesome.
but
Detroit would have been fucking awesome.
yeah, this game though, it's going to be Stidham not turning the ball over more than once, and they're going to have to run the football.
Yeah,
And
I have that down in the rundown.
New England's defense is going to be ready.
I would love it for
I'd be hard-
Braves, but Drake May is
Yeah.
a turnover machine.
I
I'm
mean,
just hard pressed to take the points there.
yeah, I mean that's a lot for a championship game too, and on the road.
Dude, I watched a clip earlier, a TikTok earlier. Oz Perlman was with the Rams preseason.
I saw this.
You guys, you saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah. He predicted the Super Bowl score. Rams versus
Yeah.
Broncos, 20.
What if that happens?
It's why would it not? He's a goddamn fucking alien. He's a freak.
They were talking about him on.
If he predicted this
on the Dan Le Batard
preseason,
show.
for it to be where it is now is wild.
They were talking about him being a warlock.
Yeah, dude. He literally did this preseason, and the 2 teams he talked about are still in the fucking running.
Yeah. So, are you saying that we should just go ahead and put some shekels,
Put some money on Denver.
Some
yeah,
shekels.
or just parlay those two together?
Yeah, parlay the fucking Rams and because you're gonna get that parlay is gonna pay like
Rams,
plus
Broncos.
900 probably for 2 wins.
Right.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. I mean,
What
great.
happened?
I don't know how to fix this.
I
I don't even
also
know how
heard
you would do
this
that
too about,
How?
first off,
I do that. Fix
far
it.
as the Broncos winning, I'm with you on this, Ryan.
Yeah, fix
I think the
it.
Broncos have to
Fix
do
it.
like a Steelers type game here.
But
I think they have to make the game quickly for them to win. I think they need to
yeah,
control
but
the
there's
clock.
also a well.
They need to get RJ Harvey going, and make it easier on Jarrett Stidham, not to have to do too much.
Right.
And then once again, just like you said, don't turn the ball over. And on the defensive side of the ball for Denver, they need to go ahead and get one of those Drake May turnovers to help them
Oh,
out.
they're going to.
And go ahead and slow that game down, use as much clock as they can, and just make an ugly game. I'm still going to take the Patriots, but I'm going to predict like 19-16, something like that. I mean,
It's in Denver, though. That's huge.
I know. I mean, I'm with you. I agree.
I think this is a fucking trap game for New England.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's going to go down to who
with
has the
Bo Nix,
ball
it's not
last.
close.
Right.
Like,
I just think
who do you
trust?
Who do you trust with the ball last? Drake May or Jarrett Stidham?
Drake May is historically this season not very good with that. Dude is.
But I would
I'm
still
telling
trust
you, he's
him
a
more than
turnover
Jarrett Stidham.
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
He
think,
might be a turnover. I don't see
I
the
think
Denver
Sean
offense
Payton's
being
not
very
going to
good.
let it come down to the last possession.
Okay.
I think
Are you
he pulls out
giving?
some
Well, that's the
wizardry
thing too.
and-
Are you giving Sean Payton the edge over Mike Vrabel as the coach in this game?
it's not about for Denver, it's coaching, Sean Payton.
Okay.
For the Patriots, it's Drake May. It's not coaching.
Okay.
Because Vrabel can only do so much. It's the same with McDermott and Josh Allen. You can only do so much.
It's
Okay.
going to be a slobber knocker. It's going to be like 13-10 or something.
Yeah, it's going to be a
It might be
lame-ass
that
game.
even. It might be that low. What's the over under, Ryan? Can you pull that up real quick? I thought I heard it was
If it's 27, I'm taking the under.
42 maybe is what I'm thinking. I thought I heard right around that number.
Well, you go play with them.
And I'm sure that number's been trending down too. Been getting bet down.
I got to log into Sportsbook. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Well, I just didn't know if you just get over on ESPN.
I guess I could. God dang it.
Yeah. Been kind of widely spread out there too, and I don't know if you guys agree with this or not. Is the Patriots
Over-unders.
kind of having an easy schedule? They had a last place schedule this year.
Right.
I know, a lot of the sports media has been talking about that.
Over-unders 43.5.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I wasn't too far
Give me
off.
the under.
Give you the under.
Yeah.
I thought like I said, I thought it was around 42, but I'll just stick with my 42 and take the under.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it probably opened up even, Bo Nix's injury was like right after the game last weekend. I bet you that over under was
That sucks, man. What
47
the
maybe?
fuck? That's so bad.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not a big Bo Nix guy, but whatever.
I like it. Would have been cool to see Drake May, Bo Nix.
Yeah, it would have. No, I agree.
Two up and comers, like. That'd
Well,
be
and
cool to watch.
why are you calling a QB sweep
Right.
during that game? That didn't make sense when we watched it.
Right. True.
It's just a freak accident. You can blame as much as you want, but it's.
This is a
Didn't mean to
political. Did you just put that banner up?
I did not mean
he
to
said
do
that
that.
like an hour and a half ago.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, speaking of Drake May and the Patriots, so I want to go back to the game against the Chargers. So they only put 16 points. I mean, the Chargers,
Right.
pretty good defense, and you could say the Texans pretty good defense. Now, New England was granted extra possessions there because Stroud and company turned the ball over
If
5
if
times.
any other quarterback in the entire league plays for that team, they win.
Yeah. Oh,
How do
besides
you not put Davis Mills out in the second half against them?
they could. We talked about that last week. I mean,
Stroud
Mills-
was just impressively bad.
Horribly. He was
I
shook.
felt so bad.
I mean, he had
You
turnovers
see it in
against
his
Pittsburgh.
face. He looked like
Right.
a fucking 9-year-old kid that was like scared his dad was going to beat him.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what he looked like.
I mean, so
I've seen that look. I have a 9-year-old.
you take away, let's say you cut those turnovers from Stroud in half. We could be talking about the Texans going and playing,
Yeah, the Texans win. The Texans go to the Super Bowl.
right?
Right.
There's a great possibility there for sure. But then, so, they still, the Chargers defense, you got to figure Jesse Minter was there, Harbaugh. I mean, they only put up 16 against the Chargers. I mean, so I can definitely see your point is the Broncos have a shot in this game. And just like you said, it could come down to whether, Stidham screws it up. Drake May has too many turnovers. And that
And
make it
Denver's defense is good.
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
Defense.
Yeah, 100%.
Right.
I mean, who's the best defenses that are left right now, right? Seattle 1, Denver 2, maybe?
I think Denver probably won.
Really? Over Seattle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Seattle's a lot of offense. They score a fuckload of points.
Yeah. And I guess maybe I'm a little, well, let's just get into this game too. So game number 2 is 6:30 tomorrow. The Seahawks are 2.5-point favorites. That line hasn't moved.
I like the Rams all
Seahawks.
day.
The rubber match, of course, it was a rubber match last week, but that genius Shanahan, not being able to do anything. Say what you want. That's fine. I'm not a big fan. You guys know I'm not a big fan of that guy.
Of Kyle Shanahan?
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan. Not a big fan of that
Yeah.
dude.
You hate offensive guru.
Yeah, I don't like that guy. But everybody labels him just an absolute genius.
Because he is.
Okay, that's fair. What are we thinking
Look
about?
at what he's done with Brock Purdy, dude. Are you kidding
That's
me?
true. That's true. So
He has Jared Stidham at quarterback, and look what he's done.
I feel like Seattle is winning this game,
okay.
and I feel like they're winning it by a touchdown.
Give me the Rams.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
first
Seattle
matchup,
is-
they won in bullshit overtime from some freak play that
They're in
everybody
Seattle.
talked about forever.
They are on fire. I don't see.
I just
I
don't
mean,
think Sam
the
Darnold
Rams
can do
have-
it, to be
The
honest
Rams
with
should
you.
not have. The Rams should not have beaten Chicago, and they squeaked by Carolina. And Seattle smoked the 49ers. I mean, pinned them down and did what they wanted to that whole game.
I mean, I just
I
don't,
mean-
in my opinion, once again, these teams, I really thought the game last week, even with all the Niners injuries, of course, the game started off terrible for the Niners. I really thought that game would be a lot closer. I didn't understand the 7 points in that game, let alone 30-some points.
Oh, you gave him 14 and a half. I gave him 12 and a half.
No, yes,
That was-
yeah, on an actual
That was
bet,
over by the first quarter.
right? I mean,
I
but
just don't. I don't think Sam Darnold can do it.
I know, and I've
I think that defense can.
Painter, I'm with you on that. I've been waiting for Sam Darnold and the wheels to fall off of that guy, and it just
I don't know if he's gonna
happened.
have
He almost lets it happen sometimes, and then his defense
Right.
bails him out.
Well,
I
you
do
got
have a
Kenneth
theory
Walker and
That's about
that
Darnold.
running game.
And Charbonnet, yeah.
That's a big deal too.
That running game is
Walker, he is a
legitimate.
good back, but I have an interesting stat about Charbonnet. Of course, he had a torn ACL. He's out for the rest of the season. Basically.
Oh, I did not even realize he got hurt.
Yeah. Got hurt in that game last week.
That sucks.
He's out, so Kenneth
huge.
Walker is going to be like the bell cow back. I'm sure they had another guy that was coming. I can't remember who that was coming in too last week. But is Kenneth Walker going to be able to be the bell cow guy?
I think Walker and Charbonnet are like 1A, 1B.
Right.
It's a crazy
Right.
two-headed snake.
Right. And this is the stat I was going to tell you was 2 weeks ago in Vegas, Zach Charbonnet was the favorite to score a touchdown in the Super Bowl. He was the
I
favorite.
believe that.
So very, very important to that Seattle offense is Zach Charbonnet.
Who's the favorite now?
I didn't look that up, but
Kyron Williams?
it was Zach Charbonnet. I don't know who number 2 was. You could
I
probably
still-
look that up.
I still think Kenneth Walker's good enough to keep that running game plenty good enough.
But it's
Yeah,
a
I mean-
lot better to have 2 of the same guys than 1 of the same.
Right.
That's true, but that's not like they don't have a passing game.
What's better
And
than 1, Ryan?
And Jigba was probably. And Jigba led the league in
JSN's a
receiving
monster.
yards, didn't he?
Yeah,
I know. I
yeah,
had
he
him
was
my
on pace
fantasy
to mid-season to set a record.
Right.
Dude, in Logan's league, I had wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 3. And I had running back 1 and running back 3.
So in the
All
first
in the same
game,
team. And
Did
I
you
got
win it
4th
all?
place. I got 4th place. This is the fucking playoffs.
anyway,
I got
both
third
games in the
place.
regular season were extremely close. The first game that they played, which was I think week 11,
You want to talk?
yeah, Sam Darnold, he had 4 turnovers in that game, and they almost still won that game. Just
Yeah.
to let you know about the defense.
Football. Who's your team?
And then the second game, which I
Great
think
team.
was
The Browns.
the second
The
last game of the
Browns.
season, that game went to overtime. So
Yeah.
Seattle ended up winning that game. Rams won the first game. So I'm with you on that. I mean, that defense, in my opinion, the Seattle defense is the best defense left.
That's Ryan.
And there's 4 really good ones.
Yeah.
Like
I
they're
agree.
all good. They all have good defenses. I would think that they're probably no one's like worse than like the 12th overall defense or anything like that. And
Right.
because even New England was, I mean, they spent a lot of money. They spent the right money in the offseason because remember there at the end with Belichick, they tried to buy some wins and that didn't work out so well.
Right. The other stat that I wanted to have that I had too was in my opinion, if Seattle loses this game, I have a couple thoughts on this. Number one, McVay, not, in my opinion, not a great called game last week against the Bears. I mean, hell, they had that one drive where I'm like, what's this guy doing? He had like 3 straight
I
runs.
don't know.
I mean, just 3 straight running plays. And it was like late in the game.
Right. I mean, I think the elements come into
First
play
podcast.
there.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't see McVay
Is this your first
having a
podcast?
bad called game. I mean, I don't know as much about the Seattle's head coach, but I gotta give McVay that. I mean, I have to give him the edge in the coaching, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Been there,
mean,
done that.
in Stafford, right? It's better than Darnold. We're admitting that, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, but Seattle has the better defense.
They may be better, but that defense is just
Yeah.
they'll zip anyone out.
And the Rams secondary is kind of iffy,
Right.
in my opinion. It's definitely not fantastic. They can get
And I don't
burnt.
think the weather's supposed to be anything.
Well-
It's gonna be like 45 and
Go Browns.
right.
Go Browns.
I don't think the weather there in Seattle is supposed to be anything bad. So
I'm okay. I'm gonna pick the Rams. I'm picking the
We're
Rams.
taking the Rams all day.
I'm
just-
going Seattle.
Okay. I just don't. I don't know. I'm
You
not
want me to
giving
bet on the
I'm not
Rams, Ryan,
Sean,
so you can
Sean
do your
McVay.
bet?
I don't see him calling
Right.
a game like last week, and it isn't
Yeah,
Seattle's division opponent. Both of these were close. Once again, it could come down to a coin flip on this one too. I think both of these games are close. I mean, I think this could come down also to a field goal. I don't think it's any team. It's definitely not a blowout situation like it was last week.
I
don't
really
know.
just don't think Sam Darnold gets it done. I don't.
Also,
I think it's
Sam
a big-
Darnold, if you get him, the other thing I want to find out too, I want to see Sam Darnold in this big spot be able to come from behind. Let's say
He
the Rams
won't.
do get out in front and they're up on them by 10 points. Can Sam Darnold
No,
come back?
absolutely not.
And that's kind of my feeling too. I mean, you give him a lead and then you let that defense take over.
I think whoever wins the turnover battle in this game wins the game.
Oh yeah, that's almost any game that's with significance or otherwise too. I mean, we've watched it all playoff, except for what Drake May, right?
But if Seattle can jump on one, if Seattle gets up by 10 points, they got to drop back and throw the ball. I don't.
If Seattle
That
wins,
defense
it's
is
not
rough.
Sam Darnold winning the game.
No, I think it's going to be like 24-20 or 24-17 or something.
Yeah, I think it's 3 points. I think it's as close as the last two games. I mean, it might come down. Hopefully, we'll get a good game tomorrow night. That would be awesome to go along with this playoff, which I think has been legendary.
Yeah, I think
Rams
I would.
tweak it out.
Go to have an OT game to find out who the NFC team is that's going to be in the Super Bowl. That would be fantastic.
I mean,
I think it comes down to the last drive. Stafford drives them down the field. They kick a fucking field goal to win it.
Okay, I'm kind of.
I could see it happening. I could definitely see the Rams winning. I just see
Because
Stafford out of the
has
two
that-
teams, Seattle coming into the playoffs has been hot, and they blew the doors off of San Fran. The Rams came into the playoffs, barely squeaked by the Niners or the Panthers, and won a game they should have lost against the Bears. Let's be serious.
That's fair.
Yeah, but you have Stafford. Stafford just can come in and drive you
I
down
know.
the field and win the game for you.
But Seattle is no slouch.
Stafford
No.
is times 2 the best quarterback left in the playoffs.
It's Stafford. It's Stafford by a
Yeah.
lot.
By
It's
a
not even
mile.
close.
It's not close to anybody.
It's not close. It's not close.
Huh.
Call
Be a
me
hard game
crazy
to win on
for
the road.
wanting to take the best quarterback left in the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, I mean I root for Stafford, so I wouldn't be mad. I just
I
just
Stafford
have
a
a
lot.
feeling Seattle's going to win. So might
Okay.
as well put money on the Rams so to make sure that happens.
Yep. Yeah. I will do that for you.
Ryan is the ultimate cooler when it comes to sports betting. We always keep count on Ryan. Ryan,
Dude,
please send us your picks 2 days early so we can bet against them.
Yeah, every group chat I'm in, I'm like, hey, even for the Natty, I'm like, does anybody want me to bet Miami so Indiana can just win and you can win your bet? Because that's what happens every fucking time I do anything.
Every
Right.
single time. I gotta start making sure I don't bet on the Buckeyes or the Browns ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Please.
Bet for who they play.
You know what?
against,
On
they
the,
will win.
the Saturday after Thanksgiving from now on, you need to lock yourself in a fucking room and don't even come out. I mean, those 4 years in a row, you were live betting that, weren't you? You were live betting Ohio State. Tell me I'm not right.
You're right.
I am
Well,
gonna
the only year I didn't fucking bet is the year they won it all. So
Yeah. Yeah.
for now on, we need to get you Cooler Kessler needs to be your tag underneath there. KOOLER.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Ooh,
right.
yeah.
Anything else?
We gotta get this guy out of here.
Tomorrow's games or otherwise. I do want to go ahead and throw this out there. Ryan, I know you have the graphic. We're running the Super Bowl squares again this year. Venmo accepted. Anybody wants to get in, it's $5 a square. If you don't know how Super Bowl squares works, number one, do you actually watch football? Okay. And number two, why are you watching this podcast? But feel free to go ahead and ask us. We will go over the rules and how that works. It's pretty fundamental. So once the board's filled out, which it's almost halfway filled out now, it's $5 a square. Basically, the last digit after each quarter of each team. As you can see, they're lined up. It'll be 0 through 9. Once the board's filled out, we're going to draw those at random. And the last number will win that quarter. Potentially, you could win all 4 quarters. We're paying out $100 a quarter. So you could win $400. Actually, what was it, about 3 years ago? Over your dad's, I think Gary won the last 2 quarters of that game. It was the Kansas City, wasn't it? Kansas City Philly game?
Yeah. I think I actually won a quarter on that one too.
Okay. So
What are you
yeah,
looking at?
$5 a
Time I ever win
square.
anything.
It'll help us out too. I mean, it'll help go ahead and fund some of this Sportscast, which, you know, obviously we do for fun. We want to make it a little bit more than that. And it's definitely been fun having OG Paint Dick back on the pod, CEO of the podcast.
CEO.
Right,
And-
CEO, love that. Yeah, but please, everybody else, go head over on all of our social media platforms. I also put the links in the live for Facebook tonight, for TikTok, and for YouTube. Go over there. It doesn't cost you anything. I think I've said this before too. Go over on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, please. Just subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. I've had some of these boomers come up to me. Yeah, how much does it cost? It doesn't cost you anything. Once again, if you're listening to a
It
podcast,
costs a minute and a half of your time.
right? Not even that. It's like 10 seconds. Go over to Raw Dogger Sportscast
Make
on
your
YouTube.
fucking 9-year-old do it. He
Get
knows
over
that.
on TikTok. If you don't like TikTok, fine. Get on somebody else's account that's not
Right.
afraid of, espionage, and go ahead and say, hey, just subscribe to Raw Dogger Sportscast over on TikTok.
Maybe
And
you want
then
to hear some hard R's.
Share this
you know?
video for us. Or share
Hey,
this podcast.
maybe you'll get a drunk guy that'll just spout off of the mouth.
Sure. Sure. All right, guys. Anything else?
Well, I was going to say, we didn't really cover the
Oh, go ahead.
games last weekend. That Bears ending was insane.
Well,
Awesome.
I didn't get into it this week because with that intermediate pod we had during the week, we were
Yeah, we did. But
So
yeah,
that's why we didn't
no, I
do
mean
that.
the games have been great, other than of course the San Fran game and that the Steelers game. I guess it was good up until the end.
Steelers game really wasn't great. I mean, hell,
Right.
it was.
It's not.
I wouldn't say it was a defensive battle. It was just a matter of like CJ Stroud once again turning the ball over and
Right.
Houston bailing them out at the end and scoring 23 points in the fourth quarter. So
Right.
I mean, 2 defensive touchdowns that led to Houston winning that game.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm 100% with you. I can't really remember when any of the playoffs have been wholly this good. Just great. So
Yeah, it's been a very, very good playoff.
right, absolutely.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
we'll-
Well, if the Browns make any, go ahead.
we gonna pull numbers the week before the Super Bowl.
Well, let's find out how quick that board fills up, and then we'll try to do it. But we'll definitely do a live, if nothing else, to go ahead and do the random numbers.
Yeah,
Agreed.
and if that fills up quick, we might try to get a second board, right?
Yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
please get in there. If you know anybody that's a degenerate, go ahead and send it to them.
Yeah.
If you have better luck than me, just go ahead and do it.
Sure.
Because I'd be
Can't be
better off
Jewish
just
and everything,
light-
Brandon.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'd be better off
I'm glad
just
it's the end of the
lighting
podcast.
$5 on fire to heat my house.
You just went
All
mute. I think we got pulled down. All right, guys. Till next time. Hopefully we're going to keep everybody abreast, and now we're able to do this stuff a little bit more remote.
Yeah, breast.
Again for that. And thanks for coming in, Paint. Appreciate you.